Hey, what do we got?
Okay, breaking into some trampled plants where they climbed over the fence. Some brought the sneaker prints right to the back door, which is smashed in.
Okay, that's the husband, is it?
Yep, Carlo Bondinello, his name is. Been unconscious for a while, copped a bit of a beating, but the ambos reckon he'll be okay.
That was the wife that was bumped off.
Yep, Gina, her name is.
Anybody else in the house?
Yeah, the two boys are in the house, and the eldest boy made the triple O call.
Right. Looks like she's been bashed from behind with a cricket bat. And then maybe she was gagged before she was hit, do you reckon?
Don't know, I mean, there's no defence wounds. No signs of a struggle.
She's still asleep when she was killed.
Oh, could have been.
Well, you know, maybe we're just dealing with a bunch of junkies here. I mean, they came in, they weren't expecting anyone to be home. They saw the cricket bat, it was the first thing they saw. They beat her up and then gagged her later.
Why would they gag her afterwards? That's the question. Albert.
Yeah.
Was the husband gagged as well?
Yeah, gagged and bound.
Yeah, he was gagged and bound then. His son had to get a knife and cut him free.
Which son was it?
The same one that made the call.
Right. Do either one of you want to go and have a talk to him?
I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
So what made you wake up?
Someone was arguing with Dad.
Really? Did you hear what they were arguing about at all?
I don't know. I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Was it a man's voice?
Yeah.
Man's voice. Okay, and did it sound young or old?
I don't know. About your age. Old. Yeah. He had a weird voice.
Weird voice. Yeah? What do you mean by weird?
It was, I don't know, just sounded different.
Neither of you guys got to see this guy, did you?
No, we were too scared to come down.
Well, I think you've been really brave. I'm gonna have to ask you a couple more questions and see if anything's missing. What do you reckon? Yeah?
Okay.
So, just show around, have a look around and see if there's anything missing here. Anything that you know of that's missing?
Yeah, my dad's car's gone.
Your dad's car's gone. What's this room in here?
It was, study.
And this one the study? Yeah, Enrico, this is a study. Let's go into the study. We'll have a look in here. Right. Now, is there anything missing in here?
Computer,
Computer?
a few CDs,
A few CDs?
sound system. That's about it.
Okay. Did you manage to see if anything of your mum's has gone missing, like any of her jewellery or...?
I don't know about that.
You don't know?
Mum's dead, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she is. I'm really sorry.
I was woken up by a fax from the UK at around 4, maybe 5 a.m. And then I heard this car pull up opposite, but I thought nothing of it.
Did you see the car at all?
No. But around midnight, I heard Carlo's Mercedes screeching out.
Right, you know it was his Mercedes, do you?
Yeah, I know the sound of his Mercedes because he always drives like a hoon.
Right.
So,
I was asleep, and downstairs at the back door there was this crashing noise, like smashing glass, like somebody trying to break in. I went downstairs to see if Gina was all right. She was asleep. She'd fallen asleep in front of the TV and heard a noise. Someone's footsteps coming down the hallway, and then next thing there was a flashlight in my eyes and this man screaming at me, like yelling, threatening, all these obscene things. And
So did you hear anything in particular that he might have said?
no, he's just screaming. He's crazy, and he hit me with something. 2 times he hit me, 3 times. I'm not sure how many times.
And it was just the one intruder, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Did you get a look at him? Would you be able to give us a description of him?
There was a light in my eyes. It was dark.
All right. Mr. Bondidello, would you be able to tell the detective here what sort of work you do?
I have my own business. I import food from Italy.
Do you know of any reason why someone would want to do this to you?
No. And especially Gina. Everybody loved Gina.
Around midnight, apparently, you went out in your car. Is that right? What'd you go out for?
Cigarettes. I went out for cigarettes.
And apparently you left in a bit of a hurry.
I own a Merc. It's a fast car.
You should know it's been stolen.
So what time did you get back?
Well, I don't know.
Do you think Bondinella did this?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. What about the stolen goods in the car? How do you explain that?
It was a setup. The wife was sleeping on the couch at 5 a.m. The husband was in bed. They'd had an argument. He was stewing over it, so he killed her.
Maybe, but what happened after that? Did he grab a cricket bat and start bashing himself about the head?
Let's not jump to conclusions here, eh? Now, he could have been targeted through business associates. So let's just stick to the facts of what we've got already. Is that your mother?
Yeah.
Hi.
I'll be back. What are you doing here? What happened to your head?
Oh, I slipped over in the shower.
Does Dad know about this?
No, he wasn't home all night. Look, Bill's waiting for you. Go on. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the doctor.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, look, I'm fine, honest. Go on. You go to work.
Ring me later.
I'll talk to you.
Here's a list of goods stolen from the Bondinella residence. I need you to check all the pawn shops.
Sarge wants us to finish the canvas first.
Well, this is priority now. I also need you to do a call on a black Mercedes, license plate LCJ 155. Yeah?
Radio.
Thanks. Thank you.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah. Just been down to the hospital, and I saw Mum down there. Can you tell me what happened?
Is you all right?
No. No, she's not all right. So can you tell me what happened?
Kate. Excuse me.
I'm Stella Rutter, Carlo's PR manager. Everybody's just... thanks. Very upset by what's happened. So if you could just tell me how I could help.
Well, basically, we'd like to know if you know of any of Carlo's business associates or clients that may have had some sort of reason to want to do this to him.
Well, I don't think there is anyone. We've got very good contracts in place. No one's unhappy.
How about employees, past or present? Is there anybody who may have held a grudge over the years?
Carlo's very generous with his staff. Most of them have been here for the last 10 years or so.
Is the company undergoing any sort of financial difficulty at all?
Not that I know of.
No? How long have you been here for?
2 years?
Did Gina have anything to do with the business?
Well, she was the typical owner's wife. She'd come in and redecorate the foyer every year, but financially, no. I feel so sorry for Carlo and his boys. They've lost a good wife and a mother. I just really hope we catch the killer.
Yeah, so do we.
Thanks.
Thanks. This is your lucky day.
What do you got there? Oh, hey, you can forget about trying to sell that to me.
Sell? This is a gift, Neff.
Where'd you get it from?
Ask no questions and I'll tell no lies.
Oh, that's great. That's the ugliest clock I've ever seen.
Oh, come on, it's magnificent. I mean, it's probably an antique.
It's a gift, bro. Payback for all those loans.
Yeah, go on. You're always asking me the time, Vince. Keep the clock. Jesus, Len, what have you been doing yourself? You've got bruises on you. It's been fighting.
No, Max.
God, they're all over you.
I just woke up this morning and they were there.
Yeah, good, because your fighting days are over. Come on, I want to come and have a look at you.
All right.
Thanks, Lenny.
All right, so we go to the pub. Right. Hey, you want to come for a drink? We'll go for a drink.
No, I've got something to do.
You sure?
I'm sure. You can cut the bullshit.
Kate?
I know he hit you.
Kate? What are you doing? Kate, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Well,
You're coming with me.
I am not coming with you. I'm staying here. Listen, Kate, this is none of your business.
It is my business.
It is not your business.
my business.
It is not your... Will you stop
my
it?
business.
Will you listen to me? Now listen to me. Sit down. Look. Your father's had a bad couple of days. It'll all be fine tomorrow.
He's had a bad couple of years. Look at you.
He doesn't mean to hurt me.
You always stick up for him. Yes. You spend your life sticking up for him.
Yes.
So what are you going to do about it?
I want you to stay out of it. Leave it up to us.
Okay.
We will manage.
Okay. I'll stay out of it.
Good.
If you tell me you will go and see someone. Will you see someone?
So, how long's this been going on for?
Years, on and off, depending on his moods. Well, it's his work. You know, it burns him up sometimes. But you know what it's like. What those men and women do. Always the first at the scene of a crime or a car accident or something. They see stuff no one should see. It gets to him and comes home and I say the wrong thing and then we're in a fight.
So, what was this one over?
Blood. Got blood on his shirt. I got angry.
Must be hard, having two cops in the family.
Do you think I should leave him?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what you should and should not do. All I can do is offer you options, but... Yep, that's one of them.
Dirty piece of shit.
Oh, come on, Katie.
Get your hands off me, I'll kill you.
Listen, there's no need to speak to me like that.
Ah, what's the problem?
It's just a personal thing.
Ah, personal. And why is it happening in this station?
Well, I'm sorry, I was out of line.
Right, well, one big happy family, eh?
Hey, look what's just been found.
Hey, nice wheels.
Yeah, found the back lane about 4 k's from Boninella's place. Had the keys still in the ignition and there wasn't a scratch on it.
So what about prints? We got prints?
Nope, just Bondinella's.
So no trace of blood, nothing?
No, nothing.
Well, the murderer couldn't have driven this car. I mean, it would have been covered in blood.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how far he went to get his cigarettes, doesn't it? The neighbour didn't hear him come back because I reckon he walked home.
So what, he would have dumped the car himself then?
Yes, and the electrical goods. Hired somebody to bump his wife off. The car that was used was the one the neighbour heard around 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you know, we can't really confront him with all of that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. We don't have anything.
Here's
right
the
up
autopsy
here.
report. They found 3 times the prescribed amount of drugs in Gina's body. She didn't put up a fight because she was so wasted.
Okay, so she had a drug problem.
Yeah, well, that, or a scheming husband. Did you know your wife was taking sleeping pills and antidepressants?
Yes. She had a few problems.
What sort of problems?
Rosa? Gina was a manic depressive. One minute she'd be fine, the next minute she'd be lying in bed for weeks refusing to talk to me.
Do you know what made her so unhappy?
I don't know. She had everything. If she didn't have it, she could go out and buy it.
Was she unhappy with the marriage?
Maybe. I mean, we had our moments, but generally things were good between us, you know.
Right. Did she ever ask you for a divorce?
No.
And what about you? Did you ever ask her for a divorce?
No.
Well, the level of drugs found in Gina's body were 3 times the prescribed dosage. Does that surprise you?
Should it?
Well, not necessarily.
Look, all right. Gina, she tried to kill herself once before. Overdose, and we had to get her stomach pumped. I was lucky I didn't lose her.
Mr. Bondinella, there were no signs of blood in the car. Can you explain that?
No, I'm sure the forensic experts have an explanation for that. I don't know.
They do. They think you may have moved it.
My wife's just been killed. You're accusing me here?
No, Mr. Bondinelli, you have to understand that we're just trying to gather as much information as possible. Okay, we need all the assistance we can get. We're just trying to help.
You're not helping me, are you? You're accusing me of killing my wife. That's what's going on here, right?
No, we're not accusing you of that. But we might have a fair idea who organised it.
Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
See ourselves out.
Yeah.
I've just had Bondinello on the phone, burning my ear. All right, he's threatening to nail your ass for top silk.
Okay, well, I just tried to coax a confession out of him.
All right.
I mean, we all know that he did it.
Okay, well, let's just not tread on him so hard yet until we've got enough evidence.
What have we got?
All right, with the uniforms, they found the stolen goods in the hock shop.
Any prints?
Yeah, we've got fingerprints, but they're not Bondinello's.
Oh, that's good.
Now, just go easy, all right, Kate?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Max! Come here.
What?
Look at that. Look at that. Have a look under there. Underneath it.
That's the woman that was murdered.
I knew it was hot. I knew it was
You gotta
hot.
report it.
Well, I can't. What do you mean
What
I
do you
gotta
mean you
report
can't?
it?
You can't.
Well, I go. Well, Lenny's already got a bloody bad record.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna
look,
close the case.
No. That's
Max.
drunk and disorderly. This is murder. Right? Two different things. Anyway, he might have information or something.
I've got to get to him before the bloody police
Yeah,
get to him.
you're right,
because
you do.
I've got to find out where the hell he got that from. I knew it was a bloody gift. It's not a gift. And you...
Ask me no questions.
I'll tell you no lies.
What's going on?
I told him I was considering leaving.
What, and he threw you out?
He didn't like it.
Where is he?
I don't know. Now listen, will you drive me to Irene's? I want to stay there. I'm leaving.
No, hang on a minute. What, come to my house.
No, I'm not going to.
Why not come to my house?
Because, Kate, you're part of the problem.
What, you're saying I'm part of his problem?
Why
This
did
is
you,
my fault?
why did you have to confront him at work?
Why did I have to...
Why did you do that?
Hang on a minute. Why did I confront him? Look, what's this?
I asked him to see a counsellor.
You asked him to see a counsellor and he punched you?
Yes, he did.
Pushed it too far this time. She's leaving.
She'll be waiting for me when I get home.
Oh, no, she won't. I helped her pack her bags.
You're putting ideas inside her head, Kate. You're passing judgment on things you know nothing about.
Then make me understand. Come on. Hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me, you spineless ass. Hit me! Come on!
Look, just
come on!
leave it alone, Kate.
Hey, calm down. What's going on? You okay?
It's a family situation. I'm not prepared to discuss it.
Well, now, then I have a problem. Because your family situation is getting in the way of the job. We're not going to discuss it now. It's not being managed outside this station, so the next step is a transfer. Graham, got a little blood on your chin.
He always had it in him. I remember as a kid he'd fly off the handle at the smallest things.
Do you remember him beating up on your mum?
A couple of times. She'd just keep pushing and pushing. He'd just crack, and it'd be on for young and old.
He ever hit you?
No, he never hit me. I wasn't afraid of him. I was just afraid of what he'd do to Mum.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I grew up in a foster home and the father used to beat on all the kids. If you weren't scared of what he was going to do to you, you were scared for your mates. Because they'd cop it as well. Just hope those Bondinello boys don't have to go through the same thing, you know?
Bloody kids always pay for the sins of their fathers.
Yeah, they do, but at the same time, you know, we make our own lives. Suppose you're only responsible for yourself.
So how did you deal with it?
Got into all sorts of mischief.
Like what?
Alcohol. Gambling. Ended up buying a racehorse. I loved it so much.
Really?
Mm. Still got her. Silent Lamb, her name is. Good name, eh? Only bought her when she was a year old and just renamed her. Picked her up cheap. She's got this injury on her leg from when she was just a yearling. She kept running wide of the pack, but and somehow she just kept winning. So I kept her. So, you ever feel like you're alone sometimes?
Me? Yeah. Sometimes. You?
Stand on your head.
Charlie, you got that forensic report?
Yeah. There you go. Is everything okay? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sure?
Come on through. Bill. Mr. Bondinella.
G'day.
Come on, boys. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you a few things around the police station. Come and have a look at these badges here.
All right, could you just come over here for a second, please?
These badges have been sent to me by policemen.
How are the boys coping with it?
Enrico, the little one, he's all right. Ricardo's not too good. Doesn't want to eat. Doesn't want to go to school. Misses his mum.
Righto. This is the stuff you found.
Found all my things here.
Yeah. All the serial numbers match the serial numbers you gave us. Can you just sign there, please?
That makes me a bit of a bit.
So you're surprised it all turned up?
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah.
You allowed to tell me where you found it, or?
Yeah, it was in a hock shop in Redfern, actually.
Any fingerprints or anything like that?
Yeah, found a lot of fingerprints. The ones we could identify was the pawn shop owners and a couple of yours.
Right. You don't have any leads on who might have done this?
No, still working on that. Can you just date that, please?
I don't want to have to deal with that policewoman again.
Mr. Bondinella, you must understand that until we find out who did this, everyone's a suspect.
Do you have any idea how it feels to know that your wife was killed in your own home while you were there and you were powerless to stop it? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't, actually. No.
Hey, Lenny.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, bud. Hey, Uncle. How are you? Lenny, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Where did you get that clock?
I was given it.
Who gave it to you?
God.
Okay, well, does this god have a name?
Blackfella God, Vince. Doesn't have a name.
Fair enough. Okay. Look, I just want you to know, Len, that the clock was actually stolen from a house where a woman was murdered.
Hey, wasn't me. I know nothing about that.
All right, well, then you wouldn't mind coming down to the station with me to tell them what you do know.
I found it. The clock, the electricals, everything.
What do you want to tell me how you found it?
I was walking down the street thinking, Jesus, I'd love a TV. Well, the big fella upstairs must have heard me. Next thing you know, there was a flash, and there's a pile of all these new electricals right there in front of me.
And what's this here? Look. C. Bondinella. The big fella upstairs must be Italian.
Maybe he's half black and half Italian. Look at Vince.
All right, Lenny, but look, I mean, you're in the picture for this. Look at your record. You got 3 break and enters, you got 5 assault charges.
That stuff was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but it was only a year ago. You were drinking so heavily, you're having blackouts. So maybe you did this horrible thing and you've forgotten about it.
I didn't touch no woman.
All right, look, maybe you didn't do it, Lenny. You know, maybe one of your mates was inside doing it while you're outside.
Well, you can't just go
Look
fishing,
out.
Bill. You can't go fishing like this.
No, well, you got anything there? All right, Vince, come on. I mean, look, if you're covering for somebody, you're going to go back inside.
I'm not covering for anyone.
All right, well, where were you the night before last?
Oh, Munro's behind the gym.
Anyone see you there?
Oh, Munro and the boys. We had a game of 2-up all night.
How'd you go? Did you win?
A little bit.
Yeah? All right, do you mind if I give Munro a quick call?
Not at all.
Okay.
Lenny, if you were drinking, tell me, eh?
I was playing 2-up with the fellas all night. I don't expect them to believe me straight off the cuff, but you...
Okay, Lenny, you're in the clear. Bring him out here, take him down, sign him out, the usual thing.
Thank you, Bill.
Lenny, you look after yourself.
Oh.
Just sit down, sit down, sit down.
Piece of paperwork for Lenny Maddox. Can you sign him out? Yeah, sure. See you later. See ya.
Kate, can we go for a beer and talk about this?
Just piss off, all right?
So, you know, the place where Lenny found the stuff is 1 street from where Bondinella's car was found.
Yeah, well, the burglary's looking more and more like a cover for the murder, isn't it?
I don't get it. I mean, if he wanted to cover his tracks, why would you leave the stuff on the street? You know, you put the whole thing up in flames or
Yeah,
something.
but we're not sure whether Bondinella did it himself. Could have been an idiot that he's hired to do the job for him.
Plenty of them around.
Yeah, that's right. Could have been somebody who's got a vendetta against him. We've got to look at all those possibilities. So the thing that we're going to have to do is put a 24-hour surveillance on his house and his work and tap his telephone. So will you two get onto that now?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay, the blinker's on. He's turning left into Prince Street, and we're following.
All right.
Jeez, that sun's nice. Okay, where's he pulling over? Here we go. What number's that? 3.
3.
Okay, he's just pulled into number 3, and we're right outside.
All right.
Oh, look at that, isn't he nice, eh? Gina just went up the smokestack yesterday, and he's already got flowers for the grave. What a nice bloke.
Last night was a mistake, wasn't it?
Didn't feel like a mistake. I know you're going through a tough time at the moment, but It's okay. I can wait.
Oh, action.
Okay. We just got into the car with Ruda, the PR manager. Doesn't look like they're going for a business lunch either. Do you want us to follow?
No, let's just see what they get up to first.
Who's that?
I don't know. Oh! Did you see that?
Is he another boyfriend or something?
I don't know. I'm gonna...
Hey, mate, excuse me. Didn't see a blonde guy walking in off the street, did you? Tall blonde guy with jeans, a black jacket?
No.
No? Sorry, Detective Kustos, Constable Holbrook, down there.
This is about the greyhound, isn't it?
Sorry?
They've complained.
Who?
The bastards dobbed me in.
What are you talking about, mate?
I know the lease said no pets, but I had nowhere else to put her.
Mate, I don't care about your dog. I'm looking for a guy. Just walked in off the street. I saw him with a lady named Stella Rudder or Ruda.
Oh,
She lives
yeah.
around here.
The crazy South African guy.
Does he live here? Do you know?
Yeah, but they live in number 4.
This one here?
Yeah, his name's Darren Ruda.
Darren Ruda.
Yeah, I think he's a brother.
Darren Ruta.
Are you Darren Ruta? I'm Detective McCoy. Do you mind if I come in and have a talk to you for a minute?
This is Stella's place.
Yeah. I need to talk to you about the murder of Gina Bondinella. Can I come in and talk to you for a minute, please?
Right, hold her right there. Drop to your knees now. Drop right down.
Get down there. Get your face down. You're not going anywhere, arsehole. Get
We found these credit cards in your wallet. We know for a fact that you stole them from Carlo Bondinella's house.
He gave them to me.
He gave them to you, did he? You must be feeling pretty generous because you've been using them all over town. Do you want to tell us about your financial relationship with Carlo Bondinella?
I work for him.
Must pay you pretty good money.
It's a job. I can't complain.
No, I bet you can't. How much money have you got in your Australian bank account at the moment?
I don't know.
No, just a rough estimate.
About 200 or 300.
What, 200,000 or 300,000? Because you've booked a one-way ticket back home here and it's first class.
Stella's going to help me pay for it.
Oh, is that right? Where'd she get the money from?
From Carlo, I guess.
Whoa! Carlo and your sister, they're quite an item, aren't they? He's doing lots of favours for the Ruta family, isn't he? I beg your pardon?
Ruta.
Ruta. That's what I said, Ruta. So what sort of favours have you been doing for him? Huh? I think he needs his memory jogged, Detective. Will you show him his handiwork with the cricket bat?
Did Bondinella ask you to kill his wife and make it look like a break and enter? Look at the photos.
Maybe it was your sister's idea to kill Gina.
I don't know who Gina is.
You work for Carlo, you don't know who Gina is?
Here's a photo of her 2 little boys who are now motherless. Take a look.
Make you feel good? Hey?
It's not my work.
Make you feel like a man?
He's going to take the rap for Bondinella.
No way. If he won't give us Bondinella, we got nothing that's going to stand up against good QC in court.
Oh, why don't we bug Stella's place?
What, release Ruda?
Well, Bondinella knows we've questioned Darren and he's desperate to find out what happened. He's as nervous as hell.
If we let him go, we risk losing him, OK? We match the prints in the next hour and charge him.
What, sacrifice nailing Bondinella? I think Kate's idea is a good one.
Where's your brother?
He doesn't want to see you.
Can use my credit cards, okay?
Stole your credit card?
He's a bullshit artist, Stella, swagging around pretending he's a tough guy. He's a pathetic little thief. Comes to the job without the tools of the trade.
What is all this about? He says you promised him money for what? Talk to me. I don't know what's going on.
She doesn't know.
She's being careful.
Done for
You're being
Are
very
you
careful.
out of your mind?
Stella.
You watch now. He's coming for a hug. He's coming for a hug.
Don't touch me.
See? What'd I tell you? I'm psychic.
You
shit,
got
you just think
everything.
like a man.
You have to get him out.
He's a liability. He's got to go, Stella.
What do you mean, go?
What are you told?
Where's my bloody money, Leo?
Tell me what you told them!
You're gonna leave him alone.
Here we go. Come on, Bill.
You have to get out of
Alone?
here.
Leave him alone? Animal wasn't supposed to bash my wife to death, were you?
Okay, go.
Supposed to be!
Stop it!
All right. Okay, let's break this up. Right now, come on. Get up against the wall. Hands behind your head. Hands behind your head. That's it. Okay. Get up.
Stella! It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright, Stella.
It's going to be all right, Stella. Just go around.
Stella?
Yeah. Mr. Bondinello, you've got yourself a fine lawyer there. No expense spared. So why did you get an amateur like Darren Reuter to do the job on your wife? Was it cheaper to hire somebody like him than to pay the settlement? Was that it? Eh? I mean, it takes a lot of flair to plan a murder and make it look like somebody else had done
Did Carlo ever talk about killing Gina?
Never.
Never wish she wasn't around?
We dreamed of a life without Gina, but they were just idle dreams.
Well, maybe they were dreams to you, but whilst you were dreaming, he was planning.
No.
No? Well, maybe you encouraged it.
No, that's not true. In fact, I broke it off.
it? The facts are that you were the only person to drive your Mercedes that particular night. You dumped all your electrical goods on a main road where they were sure to be picked up. You then drove your car into a side street, you parked it there, and then you walked home. You waited there for Darren Reuter to turn up. He arrived, you argued with him about a gun he was supposed to have had. Then you stood by and listened while he bludgeoned your wife to death. What do you got to say to that?
Yeah, I love my wife, and I love my kids.
I couldn't take the strain of it anymore. And he kept saying that he was going to leave her, and then he never left her. And she was a depressive. And I know what that's like because my mother was one, you know. She killed herself when I was a child.
So he couldn't divorce Gina because of her mental state?
Well, that and also she was going to take his kids.
So I imagine that'd be a big problem for you as well. Do you think that's why he did it? Let's have the tapes then.
No, I don't know.
These jeans belong to you?
No,
What about the sweatshirt?
I've never seen it before.
Oh, funny that, because we found them in your car boot. And they're covered in Gina Bondinella's blood. Pretty soon we'll have a DNA match on your skin droppings. Your prints are all over the weapon. You're gone. You can sit here in silence if you like. I mean, we don't exactly need a confession. We've got all the evidence we need. Or we can use the time to think about your future. You plead guilty, that'll be 1/3 off your sentence. If you assist the police, that's another 1/3. It's a pretty big chunk off your life, I'd think about it.
Tell me about your brother. He was was in jail for 5 years for vicious assault in South Africa, is that correct?
Yes, he was only 2 when my mother died. But my father gave him a really hard time, you know, pushed him around a lot. I've always tried to help him, you know, but it doesn't matter what I do, he always ends up in shit.
So, your brother boasted to Carlo about the fact that he'd been in jail and had a criminal record. And Carlo took advantage of that.
Darren probably did it as a favour to Stella, all right? He saw that she was upset, I don't know.
He what?
He probably did it as a favour. You know, he was upset for her. She was upset because Gina was in the way.
So you knew nothing about this at all, yeah?
No, nothing.
See, we know for a fact that you hired Darren Rutter to do the job on your wife.
Right, we have a tape recording of a conversation that you had earlier today. Bill?
He said he'd pay me $6,000.
Jesus. 6,000? You know the going rate's 20. Have you even seen any of it? Did anybody hear him ask you to do it?
No.
I don't suppose you recorded it? No. So you got no proof whatsoever?
Stella, he's told you he did it.
What are you trying to get me to say?
I want you to say that you know he's guilty. Come on.
I only know that I caused this.
How could you have caused this?
Well, I did. If I hadn't worked for him, if I hadn't had an affair, if I hadn't given him an ultimatum, then none of this would have happened.
Animal wasn't supposed to bash my wife to death, were you?
What you're accusing me of is bullshit. Yeah, okay, he killed her. He killed her. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
No, he's going to take their out, stupid bastard. He can't give us anything.
You're going to have to let Fontanella go.
Listen, I just want to keep him a bit
We
longer.
haven't
Just
got
put a bit more
anything,
pride.
and his lawyer knows it.
So what, I'm just going to let him walk out the door?
Well, that's how it works until we get something more. Yeah.
So you're going to be all right to get home and stuff? You sorted with a cab or anything like that? Yeah. There we go.
Stella? Stella, listen.
You've taken my brother's life as well. Just touch me.
I think you should leave her alone.
I don't want to see you ever again.
You heard the woman.
Stop telling me what to do, bitch, okay?
Excuse me? Who are you talking to? Haven't you done enough? Look at your sons, you creep.
Hey, break it up! Get off him!
I think you're gonna get away with this.
Break it up!
The whole world's gonna know what you've done.
Break it up! Get off him! Now piss off or you get done for assault police! Get out of here!
Mum still at Irene's?
Yeah. I didn't want to tell her, but I've got high blood pressure.
Well, maybe you should before you drop dead.
No, I'm seeing someone. And I'm going to cut back on my hours.
Would it help if I transferred?
Oh, no, Kate, it's not you. Never was.
Don't tell me that it doesn't give you the shits that I'm a detective.
Well, yeah, sometimes it does. But so what? I mean, you're a D. They all irritate me. I'm going. See you.
You've just sat down.
Yeah, see you.
Sergeant.
See ya. See ya.
Yeah, what's going on over here, eh?
Just thinking about the sins of the father.
What about the sins of the daughter?
What about them, Charlie?
Here's to more of them.
Cheers.